morning. I'm meteorologist Beau. It's February 13th, 2023. We take a look at the water vapor satellite loop this morning and look down in Texas and Mexico. Our next storm system streaming moisture northeastward towards our region, and that will bring some rain showers to the region on Tuesday. Not a lot of rain, just enough to wet the pavement, just enough to put just a little bit inside of your rain gauge, maybe a 10, some places maybe 2/10 of an inch, but most of the region will receive less than a quarter of an inch of rain. Some of you will barely even know that it rained, but a bigger system arrives Wednesday night and Thursday. We've been talking about that one for 2 weeks now, and in addition to that, very warm temperatures today in the 60s, tomorrow in the 60s, and yes, Wednesday in the 70s. You guys have been waiting for this. Incredibly warm for this time of the year. Those are some big anomalies. Normal temperatures this time of year around lower 40s, and we're looking at 70s on Wednesday. But we will pay a price for that with some showers and thunderstorms by Wednesday night and Thursday. Let's move on and take a look at all of that. Take a look at the HRRR model. Now, this is a high-resolution model. Here we are, Cape Girardeau, Paducah, Murray, Bowling Green, St. Louis. You got your bearings. We're right here. We'll move through time as that system approaches tonight, and we'll stop here about midnight. And you see a few rain showers over Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Kansas. And then as we move into tomorrow morning, we'll stop here at 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and you can see rain showers spreading northeast. Now, these are light rain showers. Some of this might even be virga, or rain not hitting the ground. Some drizzle, light rain, sprinkles moving northeastward through the region as we move through Tuesday. We'll just stop here about noon, move through here a little bit noon, and we see some showers, maybe even a clap of thunder down here in Arkansas, a little bit heavier rain back here in Missouri. But as it moves through our region, it sort of weakens, and we're really not expecting that much in the way of rainfall from the system. We'll move through tomorrow afternoon and stop here at about 6 and 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and you can see the rain showers pulling away from the region. So we're not expecting a lot from this. This is mainly a light rain event. Totals from a trace to maybe up to a quarter of an inch, but the bulk of this event is less than a quarter of an inch of rain, and this is just the Tuesday and Tuesday evening event. This does not count the Wednesday night and Thursday event. That one could produce pockets of 1 to 2 inches of rain, similar to what happened last week, although perhaps not quite as much. Some locations, as you can see here, received 2 to 4 inches of rain last week from that system that moved through. This is the rainfall that fell last week, not the Futurecast radar rainfall. We pull forward in time here, and I'll show you what the HRRR model is forecasting for rain totals. And notice as you go eastward less and less, there's a 1/10 of an inch of rain towards Owensboro, Evansville, 1/10 of an inch, Paducah 1/10, maybe 2/10 of an inch. In these gray areas is even less than a 1/10 of an inch. And then a little bit heavier. Notice over southeast Missouri, south central Missouri, has some heavier totals. So once again, similar to last week, the heaviest rain totals with the Tuesday event will be to our west, and then tapering rain totals as you move towards the east. There's 2/10 of an inch of rain in the Cape Girardeau area, a 1/10 or so in the Boot Heel. You get the general idea. We're not looking at a lot of rain from this event. You can just see Mount Vernon 2/10, Carbondale 2/10. So, and again, these gray areas is even less than that. So patchy areas of less than a 1/10 of an inch of rain. Don't take quantitative precipitation graphics verbatim. In other words, it can vary, but you get to take the general idea from them. Again, a light rain event. I do have some concerns in the longer range. The outlooks through February 22nd and then onward are for above average precipitation. And this active pattern, if it continues, we're going to have to start thinking about river flooding. We're not there yet, and there's not a lot of snowpack up north either yet. So with that said, let's keep an eye on the long-range precipitation outlooks, because this could mean trouble for us. We went from drought to an active pattern, which I said would happen. We would flip like a rubber band and go from very dry to very wet. And that appears to be what's happening as we move towards spring. I don't like to enter spring in drought or flood. So let's keep an eye on it. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it is something I'm watching. Real quick rewind here. I did fail to mention that it is going to be quite windy on Tuesday. We have, if you can see these lines, those are isobars, equal lines of barometric pressure, as an area of low pressure winds up to our northwest Tuesday and Tuesday afternoon, pushes across our region. We're going to have gusty winds, and you see those reds in there and oranges. Those are gusts into the 20s, 30, maybe even 40 miles per hour. Perhaps we need a wind advisory. We'll see what the Weather Service does. But watch these equal lines of pressure as we move through Tuesday afternoon and how closely packed together they are. The low is well to our north. We're really fortunate we're not going to have severe weather tomorrow. There's just not enough dew points returning from the Gulf of Mexico just yet, but that will prime the pump. The Tuesday system primes the pump for the Wednesday night and Thursday one. But we watch these equal lines of pressure Tuesday afternoon and evening, and then the low pressure pulls away, and you can see those tight isobars leave our region, and then that just leaves us with some 5 to 15 mile per hour wind gusts as we move into late Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. And then as we move into Wednesday and Wednesday night, we'll watch to our southwest as the next storm system moves in. That will bring gusty winds back to our region as we move into Wednesday night, Thursday night, and Friday. So let's take a look at our Wednesday night and Thursday system. We'll take a look here at the GFS model, and as we move through time, Wednesday will be dry, but then as we move into Wednesday evening and Wednesday night, a warm front approaches from the south, and that's going to have some showers and elevated thunderstorms with it. Can't rule out some hail with that. We'll keep an eye on that Wednesday night. And then as that moves through, the cold front will move through on Thursday with additional showers and thunderstorms, snow back here, rain in our region with that front moving through. And then on Thursday, that would place us in the dry slot portion of this system, and that would bring an end to the showers and thunderstorms. And we can't rule out severe weather Wednesday night and Thursday, but at this time we're still not confident about severe weather during this time frame because there's some parameters missing. We're not sure about CAPE, available energy for thunderstorms to tap into. It does appear that dew points will be sufficient for at least the possibility of some severe weather. Let's take a look at the dew point map. We'll back up here a little bit. I'm just showing you what I'm looking at this morning in the data, and we'll go ahead and pull up the dew points and watch to our south. The green zone is where the dew points are rising to the 58, 60 and above. Here's your area of low pressure Wednesday night as the warm front moves through our region, and then that would bring those dew points northward. As you can see here, as we move through Wednesday night and Thursday morning, area of low pressure back here in Missouri, yellow and red, that's dry air. Green is moist air ahead of the system. Remember, low pressure rotates counterclockwise, so you're pulling moisture northward from the Gulf of Mexico, and then drier air behind it. And then as we move into Thursday morning and Thursday afternoon, the front sweeps eastward, and that brings it into the showers and thunderstorms. Let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center's severe weather outlook and what they're calling for at this point. And this could be adjusted with time. We want to keep that in mind. So we look at their day 3 severe weather outlook. Now this is for Wednesday, but really it's for Wednesday night. And they have us in a level 1 risk and a level 2 risk. So it goes up to 5. Level 1 is the lowest risk that they have, a marginal risk of severe weather in the green zone, dark green zone. Light green is where thunderstorms are possible, but they're expected to remain below severe levels. And then the yellow is a level 2 risk, a slight risk of severe weather. I don't really like the word slight because we typically do see severe weather in the slight risk zone. So I like to call it the level 2 zone. So level 1 across our region, level 2. And again, this may need adjusting. We'll just have to watch trends in the data. It's possible that the bulk of the severe weather stays to our south, and it's possible that some of it does move into our region. There are multiple possibilities at this point, and we're still 3 days away. Let's take a look at the day 4 severe weather outlook. And on that particular day, the Storm Prediction Center shifts the risk of severe weather to our eastern counties, the Pennyroyal area of western Kentucky, LBL, Murray area, down into parts of northwest Tennessee, and then they bring an end to the severe weather risk here in the rest of our region. So we'll be watching Wednesday night and Thursday for the possibility that some thunderstorms could become severe with quarter-size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. You can't rule out a short-lived tornado, although, again, there remain a lot of questions about how much instability will be available for thunderstorms to tap into during the Wednesday night and Thursday event. As far as rainfall totals go, we will have some locally heavy rain. We'll take a quick look at the WPC rainfall outlook, speaking of rainfall totals, and you can see they have our region over the next 5 days of anywhere from around a half an inch of rain over our northern counties to over an inch of rain in northwest Tennessee, west Kentucky, parts of extreme southern Illinois, and southeast Missouri and the Boot Heel. I think that it's possible that with the Wednesday night, Thursday event, that some locations could receive in excess of an inch. Wouldn't be surprised if a few spots receive 2 inches if thunderstorms train over the same areas. We'll need to see how much activity occurs north of the warm front Wednesday night and then along the cold front Thursday would add to those totals. As far as Friday, Saturday, and Sunday goes, we're expecting dry conditions. I was watching a weak system Friday night and Saturday. A couple of models spit out a couple of hundred cents of precipitation, but for now, I'll keep that part of the forecast dry and I'll monitor trends. Okay, so the big weather story will be gusty winds on Tuesday with some light rain, wind gusts maybe to 40 miles per hour at times. And then the next weather story, of course, is the Wednesday night and Thursday event. And very warm Wednesday. Don't forget, temperatures in the 70s Wednesday, just amazing. It's going to feel like spring outside. Wednesday would be a good day to... I don't want to tell you to call in sick or anything like that, but I'm just saying Wednesday's going to be a spectacular weather day as far as during the daylight hours with sunshine and very warm temperatures. It's going to be a day to enjoy. All right, have a good Monday.